Hey, hey, hey. Happy Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday, and I'm Kimberly Smith Austin and excited to bring to you a little conversation. We're calling this Lunch and Munch, and today we're lunching and munching on this thing called physical wellness. We are prepping for the Empower Women in Wellness event that's taking place on this coming week. Excuse me, no, the 27th, right, ladies?
Yes, you got one more week.
27th.
Two more.
And we're excited to have you here. And I'm going to turn it over 2 more weeks, almost 2 weeks, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're going to have a little lunchtime conversation. We're excited that you're here with us, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to moderate today. I'm here as an active participant as well, but I'm going to turn it over to Misty Kerrigan, who's going to moderate this conversation, and we're going to talk all things wellness. Misty Kerrigan, it's on you.
Welcome, everybody. We're very excited to have you. And what we're doing is we're just kind of giving you an intro to the experts that we're going to have in 2 weeks. And one of the questions that always comes up for high performers is, and I'm going to open it up, how does your physical health impact your productivity and relationships? How does your physical health impact? So, if I have a great physical health, am I going to have better business relationships, make more money? Or is it all lies that the media tells us to buy vitamins? Who wants to take this first question? Does your physical health impact your productivity and your bottom line?
Yeah, I'll take this question. Absolutely, yes, it does. And I will use myself as an example. Burnt out and shut down completely last week. Even though I was still doing the training for my upcoming race runs, what it is that I did not take time for me. What I teach everybody else, I was not doing for myself. And so I had to stop and say, you're going to take a self-care day, even if it's a half a day or the whole day. You're not going to feel guilty about it because you have brain fog. You're not focused. You're getting cranky. It's affecting your mood, and your body is shutting down. And not to mention, my insomnia has been out of control. So, yes, it's very important that physical movement helps boost your hormones, the serotonin, and all those things that give you the happy feelings, the joyful feelings, the feeling of energy, and that you're able to move and focus and engage in what it is you're doing. So, you want to increase that serotonin levels, the dopamine, the oxytocin, and all of that. And you want to make sure you're eating well to fuel your brain, because your brain, like the rest of your body, needs carbs to function.
No brain, no business.
I like that.
So we've connected, right, that it does impact you. But why then is like 98% of Americans overweight and sloshy and don't feel good? So I know I got some experts in the room that actually train other people. So not only do they have to be in physical great shape themselves to be that role model, but how do you work with individuals who we honestly in this society, we put physical health last, I think, for the most part, for most high performers.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to just snap in and I'm going to defer to all the other amazing ladies here. But let me say this. I tell people that movement is medicine. And if we are not moving, we're really not well. And you think about what Teresa shared and what we talked about on Monday, there is power in the movement. Even though studies have shown, and when we talk about physical wellness, 70% of that is the nutritional side of that. And that other piece is the bonus. But when you don't move your body, the lethargy, the just low energy. And when people say to me, you know what, I'm too tired to work out. No, my friend, when you work out, you will be amazed at the amount of energy that comes out of it. So movement is really like a secret sauce. And when you're tired and the day has taken over and you feel like I can't do it, I challenge people. I have something I call the 15-minute rule. Put the shoes on, get moving. And if within 15 minutes you're not feeling any difference, it's okay to go back to the couch and eat the bonbons. But here's the truth. Here's what I know. That in that 15 minutes, your body will kick into gear. So listen, move so that you can have more energy. You can have more vitality. You can have more joy. You know, today is my 3,070th day of running every single day. Kind of crazy. But guess what? Without it, I would be crazy more than I am already.
I love the movement, but you know, we get so busy. And when which you guys didn't see because we just went live a few minutes ago, but part of busy is out of sight, out of mind. But Brittany, I saw next to your desk is an actual trampoline, so you
Yeah.
almost trip over it on your way out of your office. So even though you're working all day, you put something in your way to be able to like trigger yourself for those extra movement during the day. Want to speak on that?
100%. Well, truth be told, this wall actually moves completely back, so I don't have to. But right below me is also a walking desk. And the biggest thing for me is that I am somebody who, from a young age, has struggled with anxiety, and mostly anxiety manifesting as ADHD or ADD, depression, all of those things that go hand in hand. Movement is the one thing that gets the energy out of my body. So if I get overly anxious, I get on that little trampoline, I turn up some happy music, I jump around, and it's like all of a sudden I just feel the energy leaving, where it's like, okay, I'm anxious, but okay, I just got a good idea and I can write down the next action steps, right? Because that sense of overwhelm, especially as high achievers, you know, we're all here, and everyone that's watching, we're people who probably get a lot of things done. You know, we're up to big things in the world, and it's really easy to get that sense of overwhelm. So for me, the active moving is what really helps to keep me grounded.
Oh my gosh. I want to
Amen.
Yes.
Ashley in really quick, because I know, Ashley, you are a expert in your journey of helping high performing women, especially as we get older in age. But you know, I can't talk about age because Kimberly is in her 50s and still runs every day. So age is an excuse, but Ashley, would you mind unmuting and talking to us about what is your secret sauce to help inspire us in our older, as we get older in generations? How do you inspire us to move and to change our lives?
Absolutely. I think the thing is, we see age as this thing that holds us back, and it means nothing. We should be doing the same things in an older age as we're doing in our 20s and 30s. It's just there's a level of progression that we have to follow. So we're not just jumping back into things like we're 20, right? We have to take care of our bodies a little bit more. You're stretching more. You have a lot more low intensity. Women think that they have to go and do these HIIT classes in their 50s and 60s when their bodies are just not recovering the same way. And the muscle is built in the recovery. So when you're allowing yourself in those spaces to really, really, not see this as a thing that you have to do, because if you're thinking, all right, if I go for a walk five days a week, 35 minutes where I'm brisk walking, and then I have a leisure 2 days where I do an easy yoga class, and then you're adding in a couple strength training classes, not anything crazy. It's just, we have this stigma of, well, I'm older, my metabolism is slower, I have to do more, I have to eat less. It's just recognizing that it's the same things we have been doing from a young age. You just have to apply it slightly differently, pay attention to your body, recognize when you have to pull back, and you'll know your body will start fighting you. You'll start holding on to weight. You'll start feeling really, really tired, the opposite of what we want, right? Because when we're doing it properly, we have more energy. So I think and Brittany's in here and she knows there is a woman, she is a social media phenom. She's actually the mother of Michelle. I know Michelle is married to JJ, and Brittany had worked with JJ for years. This woman is in her 70s and she is training pull-ups, deadlifts. I mean, she's doing all of the things at her age. So it's really wanting to get out of the stigma of I'm older, therefore it needs to look different.
Ooh, I love that. Now I want to do something crazy. So what I want to do is I want to connect God and physical health. And I know I got some experts on the screen that are very amazing when it comes to mindset and spirituality and physical health. So I would love a couple of my experts down there. I see you, Martika, and Dr. Shanita. What do you think we could kind of really align with as having our spirituality and our physical health?
I don't know if she want to go first, but I think with spirituality and physical health, well, one, of course, with the physicalness, your body moves off of what a mindset. And so your mind is an organ, it's a muscle. So
Mm.
I would think going to prayer first, getting yourself, just knowing that when you are about to go into, say, for example, yesterday, I definitely started feeling at my desk that anxiety and everything, but praying, getting on a walking pad, which I love. Thank you, God. You can feel those endorphins going, but in essence, that is also a way of you worshiping God because it's taking care of the vessel that He's given you. So you use that time when you're working out to thank Him for the small things that you're able to move your feet, that you're able to move your ankles, that you're able to breathe, and even if you're like, you haven't done it in a while, you might be, just thank Him still for that because He's still working through you in that.
Mm.
That's just a little snippet, I think. Yeah. Praise Him.
Thank you for that. And I saw, and I don't want to get, is it, Saskia?
Oh, Saskia. Yeah, sure. Call me Sas. That's okay. Nice to meet
Sas?
you.
I saw you on mute too. Would love for you to add.
Oh, yes. I mean, I really agree. I really agree with all these points here. From a perspective of gratitude, because I'm a woman of faith, and that's how I operate. And I realize that it's always given me power if I start with some expressive journaling and just devotion time. It's like an energy boost at the beginning of the day. And if I do check, like even my HRV rating, my heart rate variability rating with the little device, I can see that I'm energized just by doing that, and set for the day to do high intensive things. And this is somebody who has never really worked out until I actually got sick. And when I got sick, it was literally a wake up.
Wow.
It was a wake up call, and I ended up really embracing boot camp exercising of all things. Most intensive thing for 30 minutes. It's amazing what you would do when you're literally in shock. I can die if I don't change my ways and
Yes.
Y and Z. So when I did that, even if if I slack off a little bit, guess what? When I get back into the gym, it's like if I didn't really lose that much time because my body was acclimatized for when I was in corporate American sabbatical, going literally every week. So this thing called conditioning, it really does help you. And why professionals are really struggling is because we're still stuck in this mentality that time management is so critical. When time management is not, energy control, boosting energy control, energy replenishment, right? Over watching your energy sinks, all those things that literally drain your body every day. And you think it's oh so cool that actually cause, procrastination. I found out procrastination actually comes when you're deregulated, right? You have a deregulated state.
So good.
We all know where that goes. It's everything, mind, body, emotions, everything all connected to really get the final us. What do you want to look like? So it's really, what do you want to be every day? That's all I'd ask.
That
That's
was
good.
so good.
Yes.
We got a few minutes and I want to tap in Darlene and Deborah, but I'm going to ask you separate quick questions. Darlene, you run a company, you have an amazing marriage, and you have lots of kids, and you have soccers and dance, and you're always just on the go. Sometimes we see you on here and you're making dinner while you're balancing something else. But how does a busy mom is running her own company, how does a busy mom, your day really is from the moment you wake up to the minute you go to bed, just taking care of others and yourself and getting things done. How do you find time for physical health?
Yeah, great question. I don't like the word busy. The fact that we say we're busy all the time, like eats at me every single time I hear that word because we're showing up, like you said, we're balancing all these plates, we're doing all these things. How do we do it in a way that feels good to us? How do we do it in a way that we find joy? And, running our kids to soccer practice, which sometimes I have to find that, I have to dig deep to find that joy when we do it every single day almost. But I think a part of it is just how do we show up? Are we taking care of ourselves? For me, if I walk my son to school in the morning, it gets me a chance to get out in nature, which is one of my favorite things to do. It gives me a chance to move my body. I'm connecting with my son. I walk with one of my best friends as well. So I get a chance to have that community and that structure. And I think we have to be intentional. with the time that we have.
Mm.
We all
Yes.
only have 24 hours in a day. We have so much we can do in that time frames. How do we be intentional? How do we make sure we're giving to ourselves and fueling ourselves first so that we can give back to others? I can't do a good job as a business coach and as a leadership trainer and as a mom and as a wife and as a friend if I don't take care of me first. So how do we find time and put that oxygen mask on ourselves first so we can overfill with joy to all the people that we're engaging and interacting with?
That was so good. Thank you.
That's
And
so
it's really good
good.
because it does volley over to Deborah, who, if you need someone to do something, you tap Deborah in one phone call, and this lady is over delivering and amazing at supporting and taking care of others while she's still higher achieving dreams, wants to impact the world at a bigger level. So Deborah, I want to say, like, you have these amazing aspirations, but at the same time, you're able to get things done. Like, you're just saying, where's the list, and let's check it off, and where do we need to start? And I know there's a lot of women out there listening right now that are the same way. So how do you find time to take care of yourself when you're so good at helping and taking care of others and getting things done?
Question. And I'm going to kind of piggyback on a lot of other great answers that came before mine, which is you only have 24 hours in the day, and it really does all come down to time management. But here's the thing, we're looking in the wrong place. You have to start with your purpose. See, I think what Darlene was pointing to is that everything she's doing, I would assert, I don't know Darlene that well, but that it's things that do give her joy. Now, there's moments, like she said, where, okay, maybe the drive to soccer isn't joyful, but that she's giving this gift to her child, right? To do something they enjoy and they love. So it's what is your purpose? And so with my clients, that's where I start. That's where I start in my life. And then I do a time audit. You've got to do a time audit. Where are you spending your time? Right? And any of the things that aren't going to forward who you are in the world and your purpose, they need to go away. So the things I'm getting done are because I've committed inside of my purpose. So I hope that answered the question.
We couldn't have planned that any better, and we didn't plan it. We had some questions. We had you guys come on, and many of you jumped on last minute to help support us and to help support the event. We're very excited about it. But if you're listening to this, that was 15 minutes of just some quick nuggets. Imagine spending the day with these individuals and getting to come in and hear them talk and hear their stories. So we invite you, we challenge you, as Kimberly would say before I throw the ball back to her, is that come out, show up, because if these 15 minutes added any value, you're going to be blown away. So with that, I like to say thank you for allowing me to be here, ladies, and I'm going to turn it back over to close this out, Miss Kimberly Smith Austin.
Wow, wow, wow is all I have to say. Ladies, first of all, I love and appreciate each and every one of you for saying yes to you, because I know that's the biggest commitment. And then secondly, saying yes to be a part of the Empowered Women in Wellness Conference and Healthy Living Expo that's taking place on April 27th. Listen, you all know that health is our wealth. In fact, they're saying it's our greatest commodity. This one-day retreat event that we're having is going to be worth every single penny. Now, I know you don't know us from Adam. Maybe you know me, or maybe you know Brittany, or maybe you know Darlene, but you don't know us as a collective. But if you know that we value health, wellness, financial, physical, mental, spiritual, you'll know that you want to be there. I want to challenge, empower, equip you all to be here. If you're serious, drop any of us a DM. We're going to give you a special code to come and be a part of the day. Each person on here has a code to reduce the cost, because if money is a factor, we don't want that to be a barrier to you being here with us on next Saturday, because we believe that you're worth it. Yep, I said it. You are good enough, you are worth it, and you should be here with us. So with that, thank you, ladies, for being here with me, each and every one of you in these squares. Misty, you're a rock star. Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back for Thankful Thursday. See you soon.